All right. Hello. Hey, Coding Assembly. How you been? So, I managed to get us to this little cavern, and then a cutscene happened, and I quit out. So, I did a bunch of side quests, so hopefully we're about to get to the part where we turn into a dragon, and we can jump right into that fun. But how have you been? I've been working on the Lilo and Stitch review, and the reason it's not done yet is because I was playing it back over and over, and as usual, I didn't like how one thing go. And then I had like a eureka moment. You know when you're working on a project and you hear like yourself say you see something you've worked on for like a while, and then you suddenly have like a eureka moment, and you realize, wait a moment, I could do this. I'm not gonna say what it is because I kind of want that part of the video to like play for itself, but it was this moment where I kind of realized something about Lilo and Stitch and the way the project was made. There's so much to talk about in the movie, honestly. I had to skim down stuff, and it's still like, oh wait, Talana, oh, she's the dragon. Okay, so we're in the D&D kind of setting where dragons can take human form. Okay, so these are just interesting. We're doing the D&D style dragon. It makes sense. Apparently Divinity is similar-ish to a D&D setting. Hold just the last dragon. Which power that be? You know, I do admit I got the tarp for the tint today. I had hooks to pools and found twine. Cool. Oh, also, actually, that reminds me. I found something. Last dragon is about to perish. I feel your rage and sorrow. Poles. I love your aesthetic. Dragons are cool as hell. Thank you, Squiggles, man. It's good to see someone new. I hope you stick around. I'm actually working on getting like a 3D model, VRM, VTuber model. Currently refreshing my memory after Atelier Fierce. Not Fierce. It's Fierce. Ooh. Thanks to the ancient ones. Okay, so obviously the dragons aren't... Well, we're about to become a dragon, so obviously if we're the protagonist, dragons can't be entirely evil. So there's a new evil. Did they kill the gods and like... Oh shit. Cling minion over this world. I woke up from a nap about 10 minutes ago. But no, about our camping trip. I remember we have these little, oh shit! I finally get to play as a dragon. Oh my god. But I found these little lights. Feel yourself in the body of a being you hate above all. Honestly, it's kind of kick-ass. But anyway, you have these little lights with like a little solar panel on top of them. They're essentially these inflatable they're inflatable like cubes. And they're these little soft lights. We use them whenever the power goes out. And I'm going to bring one or two of them so we can have like a little light at night. Because I thought it'd be nice. It's a solar power one, so we don't necessarily need to rely on the battery being charged like ahead of time. We can just kind of like plop it down as like, it flattens when you're not using it. You can like deflate and flatten it real quick. And you can just blow it back up again when you want to use it. So it would be really useful for like, when we're, at night from, like, reading before bed or something like that when we're on a trip. I thought that'd be pretty cool. Okay, so we've got dragon powers, which is awesome. Anyway, Squiggles Man, how are you? It's always good to see new people, seriously. Okay. You leave me your legacy, I guess. I already had lights. Oh, okay, I'm not gonna bring him then? Alright, I don't need to bring him. Alright, then. Okay, so Dragon War, I guess. Cool. I'm guessing that's the evil dragon. Whatever. Or is it like a not dragon thing? Sort of like how the Skullblata in Aragon. God, I'm butchering that for you. Okay, that's definitely not a dragon. It has a mouth for a face. Not in the traditional way of muscles, but like the weird like lamprey mouth thing. Thanks though. Okay. Alright, so we've got a guy in armor. He has Dragon Slayer eyes, so he's either a dragon or a Dragon Slayer. Lasts for hours, even when battery powered. Yeah. Wait, that's the guy who... Okay. Damien. Ultimate Evil is called Damien. Oh, of course. Return Dragon Knight. Oh. You know, I really like the voice acting in this game. For like an early 2000s game, it has really good voice acting. Oh, you guys can't hear it.
To make Talana's
Shit,
dream
I forgot
come true.
to unmute the desktop
Our next
audio.
encounter
My
won't
bad.
end with the
My
spilling
bad.
of so little
I
blood,
just realized it.
clotted or otherwise. Remember that.
Shit, I missed his whole villain speech. I forgot to unmute him. The damned one. Oh my god. This is like the most stereotypical wizard outfit I think I have ever seen. The man is literally wearing wizard blue, wizard gold, with stars and the pointed hat. This is default wizard outfit. He's even got the white Gandalf beard. This is like when you open up Wizards 101, you see the headmaster. Like, default wizard.
Please stand still a while and let me have a look at you.
It's been a while since I've seen a wizard actually with the starry robes and
Yes,
everything.
good. Everything still seems to be where it should. Most are not so lucky after a tete-a-tete with the damned one himself.
The damned one? Unsure. Is this like the child Halloween costume of wizard? Basically. Am I lucky to be... Am I to be that lucky again after a TTT with you?
Oh, yes. Rest
Zandalore.
assured you have found an ally.
Somebody got that out of
in
a
me,
fantasy
my
name
friend.
generator. Zandalore.
But first things first. I am Zandalore.
Okay, so it's Zandalore,
Wizard,
not Zandalore.
scholar, and this world's most famed eminence grise.
Alright.
Till I fell from grace for protecting dragons from Slayer blades after the Great War.
So... Please tell me what happened here exactly. A lot happened, I really don't
It would
understand.
seem Talana
Yeah.
noticed your weakness. And in her
It is
desperate
basically, yes,
state,
Squiggles. It
used
is
to
basically
perform
like
an
the Halloween
unprecedented
costume
act.
of a wizard, honestly. If you're gonna be a wizard, you might as well dress like one. I mean, fair.
She gave her worst enemy all that made her
It's
a
just, I
dragon
have
knight.
not seen this, like,
Raw
wizard aesthetic
magic
outside of, like... I think the last time I saw a wizard that looked like this, it was in Wizards 101 or Adventure Time. But they used purple robes, I think, not the blue. Blue is always so nice. She gave her worst enemy all that made her a dragon knight. The raw magical dragon. One second. Alright, so
That is
we are
how
now a
strongly
dragon.
she
We've
felt
absorbed
about
the
her
essence of
sole
a dragon,
purpose,
even more than just the
which she
memories of a
tried to
dragon.
show
We've
in her
absorbed
final
the
moments.
essence of a dragon. Okay, that's how strongly she knew her sole purpose. I thought the dragons
Night
killed
came
God,
in, I
though. Like,
saw
I thought the
your
whole
grief.
thing was they killed the
And so,
gods,
I have
and
come to
the
aid
world
you,
went to shit,
for
and now we're getting
Talana's
revenge.
words could not ring more true.
Okay.
Damien must
And
be
who the hell is
defeated.
Damien? Like, I like the world building. I think it's cool, but also I
order
have
to
no
do
idea
so,
who
though,
Damien is or why
You
he's
will
important.
have to brave many dangers first,
I get that he's like this
as you
accursed
strive to
one, and he's
unlock the
obviously
powers
evil, and
that were
he's
given
responsible for like
unto
the weird dragons with like the, you know, lamprey mouths or whatever. But alright, so you have to unlock the powers that were given to
While you may not realize
Cool.
it now, we have come to a turning point in Rivellon's history.
Okay, obviously,
And
hey,
what
this
you
is the
decide
game
to do
saying,
with Talana's
okay, remember,
request
player,
will
you have
give shape to
choices.
the
You can make
fate
different choices,
of
and the game will react to your
everything that lives
choices.
on this globe.
I do like it when it's like built into the world,
It
like
is
it's not
with
just,
these
hey,
prophetic
choices
words
have
I must
consequences
speak.
in like a tutorial.
Not
He's a
before
wizard with a
guiding you
freaking
in the
sword.
right direction.
Yeah, apparently, I mean, I'm a wizard
Seek
with a
the help
freaking
of
axe.
Lord
I don't
Lovis
really,
in
I'm
his
a
citadel
mage
tower
and I use
here
an axe.
in
I don't
the
really
valley.
have room to talk here. Also, Gandalf used a sword.
His ghost will shed
Why
light
should it
on the
surprise you
mystery
that,
has befallen you.
that he has a sword? Gandalf did it.
No,
Are you too
I must
good
go.
for something Gandalf did?
Many things have to be done. Many things indeed.
Are you too good for Gandalf?
Rest assured, however, we will meet again.
Alright. Why would you aid the people who killed the Divine?
There is truth, and there is the perception.
Of course, you can't give me a straight freaking answer, because
You
that has
will
to be
find
part of
out
it.
later
But not as
which
the
of
main
two
weapon.
has been
Fair.
the helmsman
Fair.
of the course you steer.
Then again, I am also wielding an axe, so I'm in no place to throw it. I've heard enough for Lord Lovis's tower. Tell me, am I really a Dragon Knight now?
You are, yes.
That does not
But
mean
that
you can
does
take
not
the
mean
dragon.
you can take the
okay,
form
so
of
it
the
can't.
dragon.
Aww, I want to turn into a dragon. Dragons
It
are
is a
cool.
complicated matter.
Lovis.
which Lovis will tell you more
Okay,
about.
so
when
Lovis,
asked.
that's the wizard I've been
Well
hearing about for this
spoken.
area.
Be set.
Now you
Also, I
know
like that the super powerful
you
wizard who has
should
all the
stray
answers was like right there and decided not to tell me anything.
But I'll be there to guide you, should you stray too far
Like-
and wide.
Wait.
But Zandalor was
Oh wait, is that
right.
the dragon?
You must find Lord Lovis.
She's in my head. Great.
Tell him it was I who
Is this gonna be like a cyberpunk? Gandalf's main weapon was his staff. That is true. You're not wrong about that. But like wizards do wield swords sometimes. It's a thing. Also, maybe it's a magic sword. The dragon riders wielded swords. That was like their whole gimmick in Aragon. Like there's precedent for magic users being bladed weapon users as well. Granted, the staff aesthetic is really cool, and I do like it when mages have something
Good
that's like
day,
really
Dragon
different.
Slayer. Willie's the name.
Wizard
selling's
appearance
the
that
game.
screams staff user, not sword user. I will admit, it is weird seeing him not wear like enchanted armor while he has it. Because like usually the wizards who do that have like battle mage armor, you know? Like they're like the armored mages with the glowing enchanted armor and shit. Hello, I guess VPN has glitched because I was having error awaiting. Ah. What is it you sell?
Houses, my dear friend.
Oh gods, we're already being
Property.
offered a house. I don't really like it when
I run the Broken
I'm not a
Valley
huge
Real
fan of
Estate
when games
Corporation,
immediately
and
start
I have a
offering you
first.
stuff right out
There's
the gate.
Bolo's
It screams
house
this
in
was a
the
DLC thing we
He
shoved
needs
in.
to sell it because of
Then
gambling
again,
debts.
maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it's like just a
Or
quest.
you can buy a piece of land and a new house.
Will a
would
new
you
house be
rather?
expensive?
But it'll be worth it. And you only,
I only have to pay half now. This doesn't feel like a scam at all.
The rest can wait till later.
You know, this actually feels a bit like a scam. I guess VPN is glitched because I was having error. It is good to see you again, Nerd Dragon. Really is. So, what do you guys think? Should I take the scummy? Should I pay for half the house now, or should I think about it? Actually, you know what? Let's see how much we need to mind read. 400 experience points. Let's read his mind.
Soon I'll be even richer. Oh, I should remove my stash from among them no good.
Oh, okay. It's
goblin
overrun with
mines.
goblins. That's why he's offering it. You know what? His stash is down there, so I'll rob him.
Excellent. I'll take care of
You know
the
what? I'll buy the house.
paperwork
I'll buy
and
the
we'll
house.
present you
We'll
with
take the deal.
deed
We'll go
shortly.
kill the goblins and get a home.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Cool. Awesome. Wow, the way he runs away really doesn't scream, I just got scammed. I mean, it does scream, I just got scammed, doesn't it? Oh, frick. Oh, joy. Okay. Level 7. Joy. I'm like barely level 7. I'm almost to level 8, so these are things that are actually tough for me to fight. See, I'm using mostly melee attacks. Ah, yes. Let us go. Blasting people, because this weapon has, like, magic leeching abilities. Okay, it's like a second, like, little area of stones I found.
Speak the word so that you... Oh, yes, indeed.
Another password. Fun. I do think the general rule of thumb with dressing your character, if they main a sword, give them a bare minimum armor. If they use a staff, give them a robe. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just common sense, right? Because you have a sword and you're swinging it around, you want to make sure that if, like, you accidentally slip up with it, it doesn't, like, stab you in the chest. You know, some general plating or chainmail prevents you from actually cutting yourself. It's a safety thing, you know? Meanwhile, this guy, and it wasn't like a normal sword either. It wasn't like he had like a little dagger with like glowing stuff on it. No, this was like a full, like, this was like a skull motif, I think. I think the sword had like a skull motif and everything. So it was like a decorated sword. It wasn't some basic thing. Oh my god. Just
Not yet.
all these goblins. Oh boy.
could use a potion.
Oh wow, I just got murdered. Frick. Okay, I guess we auto-saved... Quick save is the last one. Okay, we're gonna skip through that cutscene again. I should have quick saved after the cutscene. My apologies. Although this does mean I can show you the voice acting for Talana real quick. That's it. Stream's over, guys. No, it's not over. It's not over. It's not over that soon. I will be quick saving after this cutscene though. After I skip through it. I do want to show you Talana's voice acting, because I think the voice acting is pretty good for this game's, like, time period. This was, like, mid to late 2000s, which, honestly, for the time... Oh my god, can I not skip through the cutscene? Oh my god, I can't skip through cutscenes. Oh no. Oh no. You can't skip through cutscenes. No! What is
Not
this
another
shit?
of the
Oh,
order.
go-
I've
go
seen
now.
too much of such vermin.
Alright, now I
Let me
can go.
show you the lurking bane that will one
Okay, I gotta
day
do the
try to
dragon thing,
claim
too.
dominion over this world. and
Ramble
you-
died in a
Let
spectacular
me show
anticlimax,
you.
being scabbed by skeletons. They were skeletons who were the same level as me, which means they're about as
How does it
strong.
feel, Slayer? What is it
How does
like
it
to
feel?
suddenly find yourself in the body of the being you hate? above all?
Alright.
You had better.
There we go.
The very essence of my
Yep. Bestowed upon my your essence, blah blah blah. We are basically you reborn, yada yada. We are a dragon now. Get over it, Slayer, and stop being a wussy. It's just come on. What's with the okay? So they're called flying undead. So these are like undead dragonic things, sort of like the I guess maybe like the Blanca from Aragon or like the Fell Beasts Lord of the Rings. If I'm miscalculating but like they're sort of like a Dark Lord type character, and they're kind of undeadish. So like I feel like the Fell Beast is a pretty good description of these things.
With my powers, I
Leave you to my crusade. Damien's destruction, a dragon's legacy. Alright. Cool. We got this cutscene. Let's skip through that. We already saw that earlier. Ah, here we are, Damien. This is actually the dialogue I was talking about earlier. Ah! Man, it's just like
Time
kicking
to
me.
wake up, my sleeping beauty. Vivid dreams you have. I quite enjoyed that little scene. A dragon slayer turned
For the
dragon
time,
knight.
it's great dialogue. It's not the best for like modern stuff. Like Baldur's Gate 3 blows this out of the
Rich
water,
and
no doubt.
like clotted
Ugh.
But I warn you, little hatchling.
Oh no, the player character's
you
voice
attempt
acting
to make
sucks.
Talana's
We got to pick from like
dream
3 people
come
who are just gonna do link
Our
noises
next
the whole time.
encounter won't end with the spilling of so little blood.
Okay,
Plotted or otherwise.
fun.
Remember that.
I like him though. He's like a soft-spoken Dark Lord. You know, like when he turns into a giant eldritch abomination at the very end.
Like Damien,
In order
All right,
to
blah,
this,
blah,
there
we're gonna
is
do this.
truth.
Am I really
It
dragging right
was-
now? After the end of it, let's go to Lovis. All right, we're gonna quick save real quick. There we go, and then do a hard save just to be double sure, because I don't want to deal with losing progress again.
But I'll be there to guide you.
I said it was good for the time. You have to remember, dialogue standards were pretty low for RPGs for a long time, in my opinion. Like, there are some RPGs with some truly atrocious dialogue out there. What was one of the particularly bad ones I
Good
remember?
day, Dragon Slayer.
Alright, let's go and read
Soon I'll
mine.
be even richer. How's is my
Where's your cell? Blah, blah,
Oh,
yeah, I'll take it. Good deal. Alright, quick save after that so we don't deal with that conversation again. I still remember, well, not Warcraft 3, because Warcraft 3 had good dialogue. But, what was that one RPG I played that had, like, really awful dialogue? I'm trying to remember what it was, because it was so long ago, I feel like. It was I want to say it was, like, was it PS3 era? No, not PS3 era. It would have been on the GameCube, I think. Actually, it might have been the Aragon tie-in video game. I think I had the GameCube version of that at one point. Alright. And blast them. Oh, I swear. This game. I just started getting decently leveled through the other area, and I come down here, and it's like, nope, get wrecked. Alright, I really wish the healing rate was quicker. Apparently, this is gonna get, like, way better later, but right now it kind of sucks. Like, I actually checked the stats, too, for this. So, the intelligence stat, I do like the stats have, like, you did badly in school, you're easily confused by civil problems. We have literally been reset to our basics, and we are, like, pathetic. But it also affects our, like, hit point regeneration, and it's percentage based, so it's gonna get way better in the late game. This is like, our mana's gonna start regenerating ridiculously faster in the late game once we get up to like 99 intellect or something like that, because even at 20 we're almost restoring about 1%, and then as we get more mana, that percentage is gonna matter more and more. It would probably matter more right now if I were putting more points into spirit, but like if we regenerate 5% of our you know, into our mana per second. That would be a ridiculous amount. Also, I like what happens when you kill animals. Oh, when you kill small animals, at least. Apparently, it doesn't work for the regular animals. Okay, there we go. There's a little thing where if you walk up to like a small animal, you just punt it. I think it's hilarious. Alright, so this is the wizard tower we have to go to. But if we go in there right now, we're gonna get our asses handed to us, I'm betting. So let's try and, like, find some side stuff. I know there was a bandit camp that I could go to because I freed the guy from prison. So what if we head down this way to the bandit camp, try and do a side quest there, and then head towards Lotus's tower? That seems like a good move. Anyway, in addition to this, we're also probably going to be finishing up Claire Expedition 33 next week. We'll never make it so big. Oh wait, those are the guards I got caught. I got that they were drinking on the job, and I got their superior all angry at them. The Lilo and Stitch review has gotten mildly delayed because I decided to re-add this other part and change something, so that got changed. And holy shit!
I can't.
This thing is level 11. I'm just gonna back up and cast. Back up and cast. We're gonna keep backing up, keep backing up. Wait for the mana to regen, keep backing up. Use the geometry to our advantage. If we kill him now, we'll get an XP boost. Hopefully. My god, this is a bad idea.
I'm running low on mana.
Do I have consumables to generate mana? Let's do this. Alright, and fireball him. And magic missile him.
I can't.
And magic missile, and magic missile, magic missile, magic missile, magic missile. Look at that mean.
I'm running low on mana.
And then we'll pop this potion again.
Mana. I'm running low on mana.
And we'll go blast him there.
I can't.
Blast him with fireball. And then we're going to try and wait for it to regenerate so we can do another 4 blast, hopefully. I think that tells us like 30 experience. And then we should be able to magic missile spam him. And I love how he's stuck on the geometry right there. This is me being a winner. This is how you're supposed to play this game, I'm sure. Magic missile, magic missile. Obliterate.
No more magic for me, I'm afraid.
This is totally what you're supposed to do, I can tell.
Last. I'm out of spells.
This is a sacred place. He can't enter here. I love old games where they were like, hey, we're going to put these like invisible walls over places or weird bits of geometry. And you know what? The player can exploit it. Let them. Nowadays, this would have been like patched out or whatever.
I'm running low on mana.
I don't even want to get close to that thing because I feel like it's the kind of thing that'll just like one-shot you with that club.
Mana. I'm running low on mana.
Through the fight too. Alright, we see like one more magic missile shot, I think.
I'm running low on mana.
Didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast magic missile. No, I said I cast fireball. You were incorrect. You were quite incorrect. How much is fireball? Fireball's only 21 mana. We can do fireball and finish him off. I didn't ask how big the room is. I said I'm casting fireball, not magic missile. Fireball. It'll be online. Fireball is plan B. In 10 seconds, fireball is plan B. Alright! We got 300 experience, and that still didn't level us up. Great. Didn't even level us up. That was like a waste of time. I am going to quick save, though, because, you know, duh. I know, I had to modify it. Guys, did you know he's running low on mana? I know, he's telling me over and over again. I love it when my character repeats that over and over again, game, because I don't know that, and I'm not just hitting the button because I wanted to cast it as soon as possible. I totally want to hear the little bit of dialogue where you tell me I'm running low on mana 1,000 times over and over again. You know, I still can't get over how, like, pretty this game looks. Granted, these graphical settings would probably have made computers at the time chug like crazy, but it's running pretty smooth. For, like, a 2009 game, this would have been on Windows 7, right? Why is it still running this well on Windows 11? Alright. Goblin Warrior.
Last. I'm out of
spells. God, we got a mage backing him up.
I'm
hate
running
when the
low
warriors
on
got
mana.
mage back up. So annoying. I really probably should have used my, like, turn him into a ladybug spell. Okay, there we go. Got him. Does 50 caliber magic missile turn you in tons on mana too? Does 50 caliber missile? I'm roller poly. Get wrecked, shaman. You are no match for the roly poly. You are no match, shaman, for my roly poly technique. Aha! I have bested thee. Get wrecked. Runs. Oh yeah, 50 caliber magic missile also runs on mana. It's called gunpowder. That's mana in the real world, right? Explosive. I imagine that's what mana. If you want to do like a real world setting, turn all the mana costs into like gunpowder and/or explosive costs. In order to turn invisible, you need 50 grams of gunpowder. Just like set it off and watches your enemies can't see you anymore. It's so effective. Alright, I need to group them all up because this fireball does have AoE.
Not yet.
Alright, backing up, using that for cover. Again, I have a feeling this is not what you're supposed to be doing, but we don't have time for this. We don't have time for these doing all of the properly stuff. Oh god, they got a healer. They got a healer! Frick! Do I have another mana regenerator? No, I do not. I don't understand why potions are so freaking hard to get at the beginning of the game. Good gods. There's a teleporter back here, though. That could be useful if I can kill these guys. I was doing, like, quick save real quick in case we fuck this up. Alchemy. Speaking of the roly-poly, did you know Grounded 2 just released earlier today? I did not. I was not aware that Grounded 2 was today. I have heard good, interesting things about the new Donkey Kong game. Although, again, I'm probably not playing it because I'm not buying a Switch 2. I've just decided, Switch 2, you've become, like, too toxic for me, Nintendo. Which is sad. I really do hope the new Legends Z game, though, comes out on the original Switch and not just the Switch 2. Because I actually do want to play that. Mostly because the Legends game was the most innovative thing Nintendo has done in literal decades. I do like that you can actually, like, dodge roll and actually, like... There are so many games where when an enemy casts a spell, it just, like, auto-hits you. And I like it when a game is going to let me not actually
I'm running low on
by,
mana.
like, jumping around or dodging. Like, I've had so many games where I, like, physically dodge a spell, and it's like, nope, sorry, you didn't. Ah! Whoa. Holy shoot. I'm actually
running low on mana.
And I got crap. Got cornered. Got cornered. Oh wow, I can actually like hop on that branch and stuff. Cool. I thought this had like an invisible hitbox on it or something, but no. Watching Crimson Runes from Hollow Star play it. Okay. This is pretty good.
No more magic for me, I'm afraid.
Alright. Maybe I'll have to look into that one.
I'm running low on mana.
I am going to need something new to play after Expedition 33. Okay, this is like not going anywhere. I have like 3 shamans, all of which can do healing. And it's just like never ending. They will not freaking die.
I'm running low on mana.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use a lesser healing potion real quick. And we're gonna these guys. Come on, blitz down the warrior. Alright, got him.
No more magic for me, I'm afraid.
Whoa. Whoa. Shoot. God damn him.
I'm out of spells.
Yes, I'm aware I'm out of spells. What is this, a spell slot system? Alright, we have Fireball. That hit all of them. So we basically are just like waiting for our Fireball turn. You know, we're actually doing some like, I'm impressed. We're kind of like acrobating around the spells. This is actually a lot of fun. Not enough games let you actively like try and dodge like this. Like my jump and dodge roll feel like they're like impactful, but they're not just high things, you know?
I'm out of spells.
Alright. Like, it's actually
No more
encouraging you to
magic
be
for me, I'm
mobile
afraid.
and to not just like stand there and trade blows. Because a lot of good magic and combat systems can end up boiling down to we just bash ourselves in the face because I have more HP and damage. And when I'm higher level, that's kind of what this game becomes. But if you're going properly, if this is the proper plan, I'm not making like a huge mistake.
I'm
You
running
can actually
low
be a
on
bit more than
mana.
that, which is kind of interesting. Alright, magic missile. Yes! Got him. Alright, come on, come on. Come on, little bitches. Let's go. Alright, once I get down to the last one, I can just like rush them with melee. But until I get to the last one, I'm using the environment. I'm starting to believe Neo. He's starting to believe Neo.
My wounds are grave.
Oof.
Last.
I'm out of spells.
Alright, got it. Yes! Look at that. That was actually kind of exciting. Honestly, I don't usually go into like old style RPGs for the combat. I'm usually there more for the story. But the combat is remarkably fun for what it is. I'm still not a fan of the cooldown-based system. Wish more games take the Lich Battle Mage approach and made it so you could TP around through the end game. Though the in-game product didn't quite feel like what they were trying to make. Save. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Let's go ahead and save. I just quick save. There we are. Quick save. And we've unlocked our trash travel point, which is good. So that's nice. So we've actually like done something here. Got some derelict tunnels. I can go back to that later though. I want to go by, what's this thing? It's a lever. What'd the lever do? I pulled the lever. Pull the lever, Kronk. Oh my god. There are more of them. Alright, we're gonna head back to like the village real quick and like go spend some money and like talk to some people real quick. Chapel Shrine, I think, is the one. Yeah, it's right over by the village. Okay, cool. So we're gonna teleport over by this village. And we're gonna go like spend some money while our mana and health regenerate. See, okay, this is the one thing I am a bit annoyed about. I feel like outside of combat, once you've been out of combat for like 30 seconds, the regeneration rate should go up or there should be a wait button. Because standing around waiting for your health and mana bars to fill back up because you don't have any potions left is really annoying. And using potions just to like remove time on the regen is also really annoying. I get that, like, they maybe don't want people regenerating a bunch of health in combat, because that just leads to, I'm just going to hide behind a box for a few seconds until my health becomes full again, which I don't want, because that's what Call of Duty did, and it's not great. Halo did too, and a bunch of other, like, shooters did, and it's not fun. But at the same time, if you're going to have regeneration in there, speed it the hell up outside of combat. I'm sorry. Because this is just not interesting. This game is definitely rough around the edges in certain places, is what I'm getting at. Okay. Now, let's see. He got his wares. He owes me one because I helped him with that whole, you know, a wife running away to help him out thing. Reflect passive skill, magic armor rating increase, increases my mana. I think we're gonna grab, yeah, I think we go for this one in the offhand. And then we've got like weird swords and shit. All of this mana leech, his sword is better, but its mana leech is actually worse. Do I want more damage as opposed to, then again, it's 11 versus 12% chance for 4 and 3%. It'd be better to have like a camp system or a safe zone so that you can return faster when you are safe. Yeah, like if you're in town, your mana or health regenerates really quickly inside designated like town areas or whatever. Or maybe you can go to an inn and get a room and you can like go rest real quick. You know, and you've like rented out this room and you can go back there. I agree, that would be a lot more fun. Do we go for this thing? Because it is a lot more damage. We'll be able to do a lot more damage with our like melee hits. It is much higher leveled. The mana leech ability is worse, and I do want the mana leech because in combat, getting a little bit more mana off occasional hits, like 1 in 10 hits, getting some mana back is good. We're gonna go ahead and get that. We're gonna equip it. So we are mage in armor and, you know, stuff. It's really funny too. This like armored helmet is very much like the defenders of Alaroth were Alaroth. Oh god, I just realized Azeroth. They changed one word from Azeroth. Oh wow, somebody wanted to be WoW. Somebody wanted to be WoW. Alaroth, Azeroth. Oh my god, it's a WoW reference. So this is a magic user's helmet, is my point. And this is a guard's armor, but it increases mana for some reason. I don't get it. Like, it doesn't even say anything about it. They are the versatile. Without them, mankind would be doomed to fall. The guard armors are versatile. They have to be used under many conditions. They need to be ready to withstand blades and arrows, flexible enough to chase brigands through mountains and forests, but enough to challenge their wearer while ambushed by gold or goblin raiding party. It's like, okay, so what does that have to do with the 10% increase in my magic ability? Like, why do I get 10% more mana from this thing? I don't know. A lot of the stat bonuses in this game feel a little weird. Do you ever play WoW? I hate that they made dragons kind of suck after cats. So, I only ever played post-Cataclysm WoW. For reference, by the time I played WoW, the Draenei were a new species in the Worgen were already in the game. Like, the Draenei and the Worgen were already in the game. So, I played WoW for, like, a single summer back in the day. And I got into it for a while. I've also gotten into Wizards 101, and I got into Warframe for a bit, too. Oh, stuck in geometry. The thing I have with MMOs is that, inevitably, because I am sort of a jack of all trades and like to experience a lot of different types of media, which is why I talk about a lot of different things like books and movies and shows and stuff, I inevitably get bored, do something else, come back 2 months later and feel out of my depth with all the new stuff that's been added. Or worse, I'll come back like a year or two later and feel completely out of depth with everything that's happened because I just have no idea what's going on anymore. And that was kind of my experience with WoW. I played it for a while. You know, I played a bunch of the parts of it. I did a lot. Like, look at this. My health is still not at full. This is taking forever to gen. And I had fun with it. I think I was, God, where was I? I think it was the Pandaren, Mista Pandaren. I got about the point of Mista Pandaren, and I kind of just noped out. And then I tried to come back a few times, but I just never really got back into it. Oh my god, they do so much. Alright, we really need to get outside that freaking range blaster. Oh wow, the level up gave us a full regen. Yeah, you feel that? Yeah. Again, it's not that WoW's a bad game. I think for all the hate it has gotten over the years, I actually do weirdly think WoW is a good game. Alright, so I'm now average intelligence. That's good. Let's go ahead and increase spirit too, so we can get higher mana pool. So it's like what? It's like 5 per? Alright, I want to get to average intellect, because that's going to actually affect my spell's damage, and if I can't cast it on anyway at the moment. I have a bit of health, so I don't, like, immediately fold, but I'm also not, like, you know, super buff. Again, it's a problem I've had with a lot of things. Oh, I also can put on the guard leggings. That also have, like, a magic aura damage, but at least they're a bit more like what a guard should have. Also, we just need a Warhammer, and we would have, like, the full set bonus. That's kind of cool. You know, I like games that do set bonuses. I've heard some people don't like set bonuses because they mean you can't wear the armor like, no, you only 10 pieces, you don't get full benefit. I kind of like set bonuses, though. They encourage you to do the aesthetic thing and, like, get all the pieces of armor that look good together, you know? Dragon Nail, often used for traps and keeping enemies at bay. We've got a scroll.
Another one to add to the collection.
What's this scroll? Oh, one of the cool things I like is when you read stuff, it actually, like, pulls it out. And you don't just get, like, a little note, like in modern games. You get a full in-engine, like, zoom-in style cutscene. And you get, like, a little dialogue thing where he's reading it out.
Maybe someone can decipher it for you.
Maybe someone can decipher it for you. I missed that. Don't get me wrong, I do like the whole being able to read every little word or document, but come on. Even I haven't read all the books in Baldur's Gate 3. And I'm the kind of person who might do that on occasion. Hey, guys, I had the bandit password. You guys are supposed to welcome me with open arms. Mean. Okay, wait. Go to skills. Let's go ahead and add a skill. Also, we should probably quick save real quick. Also, since when do bandits shoot magic? Like, it's so weird. I feel like I don't know. I feel like magic seems like way more common in this world than it is in a lot of other worlds. I know we met a great like master wizard or whatever, but it feels like every random goblin, like the goblins have magic. Even the warrior goblins can shoot a basic ass spell every once in a while. It feels weird, you know? Just a bit weird. Okay, so increasing the level, hurls a fireball with a 5-meter range, so it nearly doubles it, and it increases it by like 9 mana. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Alright. Cool.
I have been poisoned. Yes.
Alright, got it. And I've been poisoned. Fun. Yeah, so they're shooting magic missile too. Apparently, just random ass bandits can shoot magic missile. That's where we've gotten at this point. I think mixing armors for different stuff is a cooler idea. Dawn of the Dragons have set bonuses. Final one actually gives you convexity, breath of corruption. Again, I don't mean that like all the armors have to do it. And quite frankly, I don't think the set bonuses should be too powerful. They shouldn't be so powerful that you never want to mix armor. I'm just saying that if you have set bonuses that are decently powerful, that are, you know, maybe you have like a few legendary items that are really, really strong on their own.
I have been poisoned.
But you also have set bonuses. And the thing with set bonuses, a lot of game designers seem to forget that you don't necessarily have to have like a full set of armor for a set bonus. I love it when it's like, oh yes, this helmet goes with this like pair of boots. Oh, so that means I can wear like that awesome legendary chest piece I got and still get the synergistic bonus. I like stuff like that.
This poison's killing
It also means you're paying a trade-off to maximize your build's potential. Because it's especially beneficial to me when like they do stuff that specifically benefits your playstyle. Actually, I particularly loved the armors in Baldur's Gate 3 because they really did make you like focus in on how you're really playing. You could just go for good stuff, .exe or whatever, but there are a lot more benefits doing things like maxing out on like storm stuff. So like set bonuses that affect your abilities so you can try different sets and have fun things happen that change up gameplay. Exactly. That's kind of my jam.
My wounds are great. Let's find a cure. This poison is killing
Shit.
me.
Well, I did. Fortunately, I've been quick saving like crazy, so we're not gonna lose much. Yeah, no, I like it when and I also like it when armor effects are actually interesting. One of the things I did rag on Avowed for a while back was that all the weapons they had a gimmick where each of the weapons had a thing where you could choose to give it an enchantment essentially, and that enchantment would be directly related to whatever you were doing. Okay, let's go ahead and trying to figure out here what is actually best. 5% being chance for stun. No. Should I? I feel like I should probably. I'm gonna actually go down to like mana efficiency instead of the fireball increase. And I like the idea that you were choosing between two different specializations of a weapon.
I have been poisoned. Not yet. Not yet. Let's find a cure. This poison is killing me.
God damn it. Stop it. Stop. Bad. Bad, Mr. Bandit. Bad. Bad, Mr. Bandit. God, I really do feel like an idiot trying to run into melee combat against these guys because they just like spam ranged attacks. Anyway, there was a whole thing where you could choose between two different versions. I was really excited at first. And then I stopped being excited. Do you know why? Because every single weapon, and I'm not joking about this, every single legendary weapon you got boiled down to this. You either do the thing when you, on occasion, when you do regular attacks, or you do the thing when you parry. Whether that's doing elemental damage or what, it didn't matter, but it was literally just the same thing. The same effect, but when it happened changed. So it was literally, are you parrying, yes or no? Then you want this enchantment over this one. That was the only difference from what I could tell, and it kind of annoyed me.
I have been poisoned.
God damn it, the stupid poison archer is really screwing me up here. The stupid poison archer, and I'm just terrible at dodging his shots too. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and... Ugh, what's something, like, actually interesting here? Wait, I have someone undead? Oh, shit, do I have levels in this? Oh, I could have, like, had an undead partner the whole time. Let's go ahead and summon an undead. Oh, wait. I didn't even notice that. When did I get levels in that? Oh, wait, is it part of my armor? Increases your mana, minor spirit. What's giving me this? Oh, the amulet. Oh, that's cool. I like how the amulet actually gives you a spell. That's kind of cool. Alright, I like how roguelikes do it, where you slowly get your abilities to change so everyone feels different. It can, but it depends. Like, I really like Hades, and I think Hades does what you're talking about really well.
Poisoned.
However, one issue with that is that some runs can feel like you're just trying to break it into the luck, like you're just trying to get the one ability that'll let you break the game in half like tissue paper. I feel like mana efficiency is going to be the first thing we max out, just because we want to be able to cast our spells for basically free.
This poison is killing me.
Alright, kill the frickin' ranger.
Another one to add to
Asshole.
the collection.
I do like how roguelikes tend to do it, though. It is a pretty effective way to do it. Okay, so we have that summon undead ability from our amulet. So, we are a necromancer now. That is a thing we are. We have a necromancy amulet. But you know what? He has swords for arms, and that is way cooler than the basic-ass skeleton you get in most games. Like, this is your starting... This is like your second-level undead. That's a cool-ass second-level undead. That is so cool. I like it.
I must find a cure. This poison is killing me.
Alright, we took out the ranger. Now we're gonna kill this bandit.
This poison is killing me.
Oh, that was the other one, though.
I can't. I have been poisoned.
We're gonna turn him into a ladybug for a bit and getting close. Turning him into a ladybug to getting close is actually pretty effective. I should be using that more often. Yes, there is a spell that literally just turns him into a ladybug. Of course, they don't call it a ladybug, and I'm not sure if I'm just not getting something, but like, let's see here, what is it? Polymorph. Turns into a ladybird. My game. This is a bug. This is clearly a bug. Not in a, this is a bug in the game kind of way, but this is a ladybug, not a ladybird. I'm not sure if that's a typo or what. This is the director's cut too. So I feel like that's intentional. I don't know. I don't even know what to say with that. Yep, the bandits officially have mages. Then again, I guess there gotta be some spell school, you know, wizard school dropouts. There gotta be some wizard school dropouts that, you know, really are working in banditry. Okay, got him. Yes, going in with my sword. I am a wizard. Fear me. Ladybugs aren't that big. I guess, but it's not a bird either. Alright, there are more enemies up here. Let me go into a quick save again. I'm quick saving like every other step, it feels like, because I'm terrified of losing progress.
Use a potion.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna like quick load real quick. We're gonna walk it back a bit, because there are a lot of freaking people up there, and dear gods, will they ever stop shooting at me? So we need to, like, heal, so I guess we do some exploration while we heal. Is there really an alchemy system that I'm missing or something like that? Let's see here. Skills, ranger. Is there, like, an alchemy skill, maybe? Potion efficiency skill. Okay, well, that's not potion crafting. I didn't see any place where I could, like, do potion crafting, but who knows? This is a two-handed sword, so I guess we can't equip anything in the offhand. Also, we're magically turning a person into a ladybug. Maybe we're just turning him into a really big ladybug, because, I don't know, sometimes magic briefly cares about conservation of mass for half a second before it, like, completely breaks the rule entirely. It's like, no, we're not getting rid of all the mass, just some of it. It's not completely against the laws of physics. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I don't feel too good.
Well, we're gonna die. There's no way we're making out of this alive.
My wounds.
Yeah. Wow. This game is not afraid to just stone cold murder you, isn't it? Like, it basically says, hey, did you walk into this ambush? Were you unprepared? Get ready to die. That's not even like a hard fight. That is a, you stepped off the beaten path, so here's a smack. Dear gods. Maybe if I were at full health and had full mana, that would be different, but even then I don't think it would be that different because I only have like one AoE spell. That was crazy. I have like multiple casts of Fireball. Okay, let's go in a different direction then. Get some more XP over there. Go to the tower maybe? I don't know. I feel like level 8 is not strong enough. I feel like we should be at least level 9 or 10 to go in there. But if there's nowhere else to go, maybe we do go that direction? Let's try head towards the tower. Let's head over there, hit a quick save real quick. Alright, so we got other level 8 characters. But they're just skellies. They're still skellies. Oh, my undead is gone. That's not, that kind of sucks, not gonna lie.
Not yet.
Just got little skellies over here, it's fine. It's fine. Just a little skelly problem. Want to AoE them. I do like how we get a bit of a lunge attack for that initial like ramp up one, because that's good. It gets us in there, gets us doing damage. And I swear every character seems to have a ranged attack, whereas mine are like limited by mana. They can just spam theirs all day because I guess mana doesn't matter to them. God, would it be better if I played a ranger? I hate to even say that because I'm always the mage character. I have tried ranger characters before. Not that I haven't played them before, but like, come on. This is a D&D inspired setting. Do we really want to play a ranger in a D&D inspired setting? We might just spontaneously die because something sneezed. Or because we aren't fighting in our favorite terrain. Alright, positioning is good. I do like that the game actually requires you to like position yourself well in the fights. You're not just smacking each other back and forth, or you're not supposed to. You will get punished for that. Again, if you're overpowered, you can just walk in and kill things, which is fine. I don't want fights to be a slog when I'm actually strong. But when I'm, you know, at the same level or about, having to actually dodge and position and jump in there, get in there with like lunge attacks and jump attacks and shit, that's fun. I like that. It's good. More games should be afraid. More games should be like confident in hitting the player. I feel like a lot of games give you ways to just like dodge roll out of the way, Dark Souls style. And don't get me wrong, I like iframes as much as the next guy. I'm a Dark Souls fan after all. But at the same time, I would like a game that lets me like, you know, Matrix jump out of the way like this.
Looks like I'm not getting in.
Okay, so I can't get in through this way. This is locked. So maybe one of the other bridges? Well, that bridge is broken. So I'm probably not getting in that way either. Unless I can get into the bottom of the tower, maybe? There is a door at the bottom. I'm going to try something real quick. Just going to see if this kills me. Just going to see. Okay, so we can jump into water infinitely. Cool. Also, this is what happens when we find little tiny things. If you want to be evil... Honestly, I've seen games let you be evil that do not let you do this. If you're... Okay, everybody, if you're making a game that you want to be evil, here's how you do it. You let the player kick small animals with one blow as like their being evil thing. Because you think of something that's more evil than just kicking random small animals for fun.
I can't.
Because I sure as hell can't.
I could use a potion right about now.
Shit. Alright, I'm going to use this potion of lesser healing. It's my last one, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to go in. Maybe I should like actually spend some of my time to buy some potions. That might help. Alright, kill the skellies. Alright, all the skeletons are dead. And we found an entrance to the tower. We've also found another teleporter shrine. Good for us. Let's go ahead and quick save. Yes, I'm gonna keep saying this because I have Losing time on stream feels bad. It's not just even the same as like losing time when I play, because if I lose an hour's worth of like game time when I play, oh, of course, it's locked. Of course it's freaking locked. The door is locked. God, every game designer's freaking cop out for like keeping the player out of a place. A locked door is gonna stop a guy with a gigantic broadsword. Sure. Cry me a river. I've always found it funny when you are like, I can't open this chest. And it's like this abandoned chest in the middle of nowhere, and you're like, why can't I just smash it? I have a giant warhammer, or I have fire magic or explosive magic. Probably did evil walkthrough best. Undertale does evil walkthrough by convincing you to play the game like a normal RPG, only to realize you're a monster like hours in. Or at the very end of the game if you're really, really oblivious to all the extra warning signs. The fact that they tell you right during the Sans fights, like, oh no, this means level of violence. Not, it means, it's for level of violence. LV doesn't mean level. It's like, oh shit. Now you get the evil ending because you played it like a normal RPG.
You could call it Roman. He's a priest. Broken Valley.
Yeah.
Alright. So we've got all that. Alright, let's go find some guy who sells us potions. You have some potions, buddy.
Go ahead.
Got anything for me? He neither likes me nor dislikes me, which is good, I suppose. Alright. We're gonna go and sell these. And do I have anything else I can kind of like pawn off? Miscellaneous stuff. Opals or boot. So these are like stat items, I'm guessing. I don't want to get rid of any ore because I don't know what it does. Love was level of violence, and EXP was execution points. Yeah, if you lose 1 hour on stream, you're wasting an hour. You lose 1 hour on stream, off stream, you're wasting an hour. You're wasting like 2 to 4 hours. Exactly. Thank you. Also, I'm not just gonna rage quit like I might in like an actual game if I'm like, you know what, I have lost so much progress, I just need to take a break for a few days. Have you ever lost so much time in a game because either autosaves just didn't work when they were working earlier, or because you forgot to save for something, and you check your last save after a death, and you're just like, I'm gonna go back like an hour and a half. I just want to kind of like chill in bed for a bit for now. I need time to process this. I've had that moment quite a few times, in case this isn't obvious. Oh boy. Alright, so nobody around here seems to be selling frickin' potions, which is really annoying. Not sure if this is actually making me move faster, but I'm doing it anyway. In games and in Blender. Yes, in games and in Blender. Gods, I lost so many hours to Blender. I will say this. Blender needs some sort of auto or backup save. Desperately. I have had it crash on me so like 4 times now. And 2 out of those 4 times, I have lost hours of work.
Why dragon
The
defense?
Control S shouldn't even be a key combination. It should be a button you have next to your desk when you're working in that program.
My good friend.
We have a disposition thing. Awesome thing is the whole game is Transworm, and if you have a fascination of being monster, that's an awesome deal. 2 games in 1 at least. More games should do it. I can't help but appreciate. It is also really cool how it remembers your other playthroughs. Although I have heard that doing a genocide run to start out with apparently like permanently gives you a genocide like marker, so you always, I mean, there's always a chance to just delete all the files per period, but I do like it when games remember previous playthroughs, especially if they have that as like a potential, you know, part of the world building. And seriously, where are the frickin'... Who sells potions? There has to be.
My good friend.
There have to be some potions around here. Come on.
The Black Boar's favorite custom.
Trade. Come on, buddy. You gotta have a potion around here. Okay, cool. Okay, we have this potion that restores mana and hit points. Let's grab all of those. And this regenerates mana, so we're gonna grab that. Cool.
What can I do you?
Like in Castle... At what Castlevania Aria of Sorrow does getting Bad Ending gives you additional what-if campaign with unique gameplay, like Richter mode and Symphony of the Night. You can switch between 3 characters. Like in Castlevania 2 between 2. Huh. Cool. You know, I do kind of like it when DLCs do, like, what-ifs for evil endings. Actually, I remember the Force Unleashed did this. The whole Force Unleashed DLCs were essentially, like, weren't they, like, I believe they were, like, after-the-fact DLC missions, where you're basically, what if you did the dark side? And you're essentially, like, you turn, I think you attack them at, like, Obi-Wan and the smugglers at Tatooine, or something like that. I forget what it is. So you, like, attack Luke at one point, and you turn him to the dark side, and then you have to, like, fight Leia later on as Starkiller. You know, the Force Unleashed games were pretty good. I'm just gonna say it. They're not amazing. I played them without the nostalgia goggles, so... I mean, 3, what's wrong with me? I played the Star Wars Force Unleashed games without the nostalgia goggles, because I didn't actually play them when they came out. I played them years later, when I got them in a budget bin for, like, PS3. Because I was getting, like, old PS3 games because they were, like, $2 or $3 at Play and Trade. And they're pretty decent, but the levels are, like, really repetitive. The fights are good. The big cinematic bits are fun, and the fights are cool. And yes, being able to stab stormtroopers using the Force is never not going to be fun. But the actual gameplay on a moment-to-moment basis is really, really repetitive. Like, extremely repetitive. And I can't get past that. Granted, this was also during my completionist era, so I also broke the game in half like a little twig, because I looked up guides and, like, did a full breakdown before I even started. Mostly because it was an old game, I didn't really feel like I was involving myself with much. Alright, fireball.
From hell.
Okay, we're rising him from hell. But yeah, I think that is like a thing where, like, a game can be really good at some things, like with boss fights or with you know, or with set pieces. But if the rest of the game, if the moment-to-moment gameplay is still not fun, it can really bring down the enjoyment. I feel like if Star Wars: The Force Unleashed, all the games just combine, like, the boss fights and the best bits and cut out, like, half the boring filler bullshit, it would be like the greatest game ever. It would be like one of the greatest Star Wars games. Not the greatest Star Wars RPG, that's still Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I will fight everyone over this. But, not 1. 1 is the best twist, but 2 is the better game. If it weren't so buggy. If it fixed the bugs, it's better. The bad ending isn't the protagonist becomes evil, of course. The good ending, you have to go out of your way. So now the crew of 3 comes to fuck him up. Ah, I see. Very good. Okay. Oh, man. You know, it's sad, but I'm just, like, not interested in seeing a lot more Star Wars stuff. They've been having these, like, what is it, Tales from the Force or whatever kind of things, where they follow, like, one character for, like, 5 episodes or something like that. And I saw a few of them. They're decent, but I'm just not interested in watching them. I feel like Star Wars has kind of outstayed its welcome. I'm not really interested in seeing a lot more. Granted, if they do a Knights of the Old Republic movie, I will probably immediately change my tune. Because Knights of the Old Republic is kind of my jam. I'm not even talking about the MMO. It's just completely my jam. Revan is awesome. And the entire Old Republic setting is just really, really cool because the Sith and the Jedi are both kind of at their own heights of power. Like, the Jedi are scrambling and the Sith are scrambling, but they were recently both at their own heights. So, within a living memory, the Jedi went from being dominant to the Sith were invading to, you know, the Jedi were almost obliterated to they kind of came back and then they were almost obliterated again. And the Sith are fragmented and destroyed and everything is kind of shit. And it's like, everyone is kind of trying to figure out what to do. And you have a lot of Jedi and Sith flipping back and forth on the way. It's like with Revan or with Dark Traya, who I really do think is one of the more interesting Star Wars characters. Dark Traya is probably the most interesting villain Star Wars has ever made, aside from maybe Revan. Revan had his motivations for what he did, and he wasn't consumed by the dark side. His whole thing is that he actually, like, mastered both sides of the Force. But the whole thing with Treya is that she essentially ended up used to be like a powerful dark side user. And she got betrayed by her two companions of who were like a dark side triumvirate and trying to, not kill each other. It didn't work out. And she ended up wanting to destroy the entire living force. Like, all of it. Like, just burn the whole thing down to ashes. And it wasn't for, like, just out of spite. She eventually came to the realization that everything she had ever done in her life was because the Force had willed it. Well, it used to comfort her. After she lost control of the Force and her connection to it weakened, she became like everyone else, and that suddenly became unacceptable. But she also brings up some legitimately interesting points about the Force in Star Wars, which... she's a morally gray antagonist who was, like, generically evil, but didn't come back to being good. She came back to being different, which I'm not really sure is the best way to describe it either. She's more chaotic neutral. Like, she's evil, don't get me wrong. She will betray you. Her name is literally Darth Treya, of course she will. But at the same time, she never really struck me as, like, I'm doing this just to cackle over a destroyed planet or whatever. She actually thinks the universe would be better off without the Force, and she makes some decent points about it. One of them which being, why are we letting this unknown energy consciousness guide the fate of every living being? I mean, it let Anakin do all that shit, so obviously it can't be 100% on the up and up. It allowed Anakin to murder, children, so it obviously can't be all that great. One big grief gripe with Atelier Theoris is that the first half of the game you have a time limit. If you fail to finish before then you lose. You have a year time limit in-game to achieve a goal. I've run into games like that before. Okay, I'm in two minds about games like that. On one hand, adding a time limit can be good, because it can not only add to hating the Force is like hating gravity. I mean, sort of. She didn't necessarily hate, like, the Force as an entity. I think, if I remember correctly, she specifically wanted the living Force to die, which is the Force that, like, guides living beings. She still wanted it to sort of exist, maybe. I forget if they mentioned specifically if she was only going after the living or the unliving Force. I mean, we live in a universe without the Force. She really just wanted her universe to become like our universe. One of the reasons I like her, though, is because she's not just, like, evil Darksider. Because we've had evil Darksider. We've done that multiple times. There was Action RPG on PS2, Jade Empire, I believe, where the twist is that your master is apparently evil, fights better than you because he purposely placed inaccuracies in your training. Oh, God, I love it when they do shit. I love it when stories do shit like that. When the evil... See, that's the kind of thing, though, where it's like, we planned for this evil twist. I feel like it's not even that evil twists are done poorly. It's that evil twists also aren't planned. They're just kind of sprung on you when you need a third act plot to go wrong. You just can't feel this universe's Force. Fair. Well, Treya's felt it, and she doesn't want it around anymore, so... It'd be like if a gravity-themed superhero just decided he wanted a universe without gravity. That is actually fairly accurate. I want to take my time enjoying it, but the time limit doesn't allow me to. Yeah, but it also forces you to prioritize. It's not the best for every game. There are some games where it's not great, but in the right game, a time limit can force you to do stuff really, really well. For example, in visual novels, particularly those that have, like, you're meant to replay multiple times, adding a set amount of things you can do per day does allow the plot to move forward, and it allows you to see the consequences of actions, so you can't just do everything and have everyone be happy. It worked out really well as a limiting action in, what was it? Oh, one moment. Sorry about that. There was a brief interruption. My apologies. I'm on call this week, so if the phone rings, I have to answer it, and stream might end early. It is an unfortunate price of my job, but that was just a robocaller. It was like a really bad robot voice, too. I don't even know why. Whoa. Oh, gods! Wait, I didn't die. I didn't die? Oh my gods. Whee! I can jump off it and backflip off of ladder, and it's just like, whatever. Okay, yeah, that wasn't from work. Just double checking while I'm climbing the ladders. Don't you love really slow ladder climbs? Good gods, more ladders? Really? Although I feel like once you deconstruct this plot, errors in training have little to none sense. Not achieving that much for sure. There are ways to do it well. One of the examples of like, I specifically made you weak with training but strong enough to deal with my enemies, is actually in Star Wars, believe it or not. The canonical reason Vader's suit is so terrible. The canonical reason Vader's suit is so terrible is that, Palpatine deliberately, like, sabotaged it. My gods. What is this? Snake Eater! Oh boy. Like, you can have a teacher deliberately sabotaging it for a big third act reveal where they turn out to be evil. Like, that's a thing. That's a regular thing. That's not like a dumb twist if you do it right. The thing is, you have to do it right, which means planning it from the get-go. That's why I dislike the time limit in Atelier so furious, because it prevents me from extracting the most enjoyment out of it. That's fair. And I didn't say it worked in every game. I said I like it in the kind of thing where it does work really well. Okay, so it looks like... Oh, I think I figured out something. I just figured out this. Apparently eating food speeds up the mana and health regeneration rate. Okay, so there is a way to speed it up that's not just like devouring potions. Alright, cool. Cool. Very good. Oh.
Not yet.
Oh, shoot. Alright. Ah! My god. Okay, so if we go into food, sabotaging is one thing. Placing your arrows on your learning level can slow you down. No, see, I don't like it when they, like, do it like, I didn't train you, I didn't teach you everything. It's like, I like it when they deliberately encourage styles of fighting that they know they can beat. For example, one of the reasons Murtaugh, like, could never, like, fight back against Galbatorix, he actually, like, outright said it, is that Galbatorix regularly sabotaged his training. He made him powerful, gave him, like, a lot of the dragon hearts so that he could go after Aragon and subdue Saphira with raw force. But Murtaugh was always, like, held back when it came to, like, more advanced magic. So he actually knows less magic than Aragon does. He doesn't know a lot of, like, the grammar and proper pronunciations. Because Galbatorix just wanted a guy who could say fire and light an entire forest on fire. He didn't need someone who could weave complex words that maybe would allow him to hide things from him. Combine that with the fact that Thorn was, like, technically a hatchling with an adult body. And he basically made it so he could never really fight back against his master. And I like stuff like that. I like it when, like... I like when you have, like, an evil Dark Emperor character who actively sabotages their, like, right-hand man to the point where they're threatening to everyone else, but this is actually interesting. Yeah, like, that's actually interesting, right? Because it explains why the dragon doesn't just, like, take over for the evil emperor. For reference, the dragon is, like, the TV trope's name for the right-hand man kind of position and a lot of, like, typical fantasy profiles. Like, Darth Vader is usually the dragon, to Palpatine, essentially. And I like it when that happens because it explains why this obviously more powerful and threatening character can't just take out the guy who probably isn't actually stronger than him. Like, think about this. Murtaugh's mind resistance is extremely strong. Oh yeah, but it didn't matter. Because once, and don't get me wrong, he was able to hide things from Galbatorix, occasionally. The thing is, Galbatorix also had his true name. Because Galbatorix's best, like, tactic was, if you're dragged before him and he has enough time, he will break you. It's not a matter of if he can break you. He broke the minds of some of the best dragons in all of existence. He He broke the minds of like 1,000-year-old dragons into sniveling piles so they'd obey him. He traumatized every dragon that was trapped in Endurni and bent them to his will over the course of like a century. That's insane. Think about that. Think about how many Endurni he must have had to subdue. The man was like a master at mental attacks, apparently. From what we've seen in the lore. We never really got to Guys, I just figured out there's no fall damage. I just figured out there's no fall damage. Wouldn't experience gain along the way make you self-guessing or self-correcting yourself? You would think that, but no. It depends a bit. Some systems have it where you can just like self-correct yourself, but in some power systems, if knowledge is withheld from you, it can be really, really damning. Galbatorix is special because he finds joy in breaking others' minds. Yeah. Like, even Murtagh admits he tried, and he probably gave Galbatorix a pretty good fight, because he was able to hide his mind from Morzan, who was like his lieutenant. But, like, even Murtagh couldn't do him for long. And Murtagh is one of the strongest mental defenses we've seen in the entire series. Even before he was a mage and a rider, he was one of the most adept people in the world at guarding his mind. Fall de move. Fall de move. Fall de move. No fall damage. No fall damage. Fall damage doesn't exist in this world. Gravity only exists up to a certain speed. After you get to a certain speed, gravity just stops accelerating you. The universe is broken. We must fix it. I already went up there. Gods, I like the Aragon series because it has tons of little stuff like that, where it's like, no, the weird shit is explainable. One of the things I love about its magic system, actually, is that it admits that they should be able to do stuff they can't do and they don't know why. Which makes it feel more realistic to me.
The door won't open.
It makes it feel like an actual, like, world where people are still learning the rules, like how we don't understand everything about how physics work. Because there's this one quote that always gets to me. It's the one where it's like, what was it? So can't we just, like, take fire and transfer the energy from, like, we can store energy inside a gemstone. Why can't we just take fire and turn it into raw magic power and fling it back at our opponent? It's like, yes, if we could do that, we probably could just be Galbatorix, because every one of us would be able to harness the fucking power of the sun and blast him out of existence. Unfortunately, despite all the math saying that we can do this, despite everything we know about magic saying we should be able to do this, we can't do it, and no one knows why. Anyone else, Murtagh is basically unmatched in mental fortitude because his mind was his sanctuary, his place of comfort. Yeah, he was literally going to have himself die rather than open his mind to the Barden. And they basically had to accept the fact that he was not going to let them into his brain. To be fair, the ones who wanted into his brain were the twins, who were dirty little traitors, spoiler alert. So, he was entirely right to guard his mind. Yes, but doing this and sharpening it would make you better and better. I mean, yeah, and it definitely does. Like, Murtagh found ways around, and don't get me wrong, the dragons often do find these things. They are often the more physically powerful and do have ways of getting around stuff like this. Like, with Murtagh is a good example again. He found ways of hiding things and getting around Galbatorix's orders. Remember, the first time when he fought Aragon after, like, his reveal, he beat Aragon, but he was like, technically, he only told me to come here and fight you. I think I can do a loophole where I don't have to bring you back to him. He's gonna punish us, and he's gonna be a lot more specific in the future. And Murtagh was doing stuff like that all the time. Like, he was constantly finding loopholes around his orders. Which is a good example of how, like, experience can let you get an edge. Like, experience can definitely give you an edge in those kinds of things. But in certain magic systems, if certain knowledge or abilities are withheld, it can, estimated life of the universe was 3 million years based on how much fuel the sun had to burn. Unless you purposely make hermetic system, yeah. Again, it's interesting if you do it right. And the thing is, a lot of times it's not necessarily done right. The problem is you have to justify why this person is not able to just get better than this other guy who's not doing all the work constantly. And doing that is not always effective, so to speak. Alright, so pressure plate. What is this? Okay, so we have to hit them in the right order, I guess? Oh. So we're firing, it's like the fireball, we're following the line. The elves themselves were the mother of shirking all the rules with ancient language being able to lie by telling half-dudes. Exactly. Like, remember, they were like, yes, elves never technically lie, but they don't always tell the truth either. There is a difference between lying and telling the truth. One of them involves actually answering the fucking question. Oh. Gods. It's a whole thing. And I do think it's something the writers should take into consideration, though, because if you do a system like that right, where you have reasons behind certain, like, power inconsistencies, or why this really, really old guy who's really out of shape is somehow able to command this, like, ancient wizard, ancient battle mage who could decimate entire armies on his own, whether it's through loyalty or because there's some secret that knowledge of can just get you ridiculously OP with, can help to make a world seem a bit more interesting. It can also give motivation to characters. It's actually almost as interesting when you don't have a reason why they're not more powerful, and it turns out the reason is because they just, like, respect them. Like, the evil partners who trust each other are the evil partners who are the most dangerous. The worst thing evil can do, like a villain can do, is distrust their henchmen. Because if their henchmen would, like, legitimately like and trust them, they will be way more dangerous. I still remember in, like, what was it, like, the She-Ra adaptation on Netflix, when Scorpia was, like, really actually very, like, loyal to, you know, everything. And then her best friend went off on her, and she was suddenly like, you know what? I quit. Okay, there's a lot of, like, levers. Some chests.
Another one to add to the
Find
collection.
Aragon's flubbing of the ancient language, turning a blessing into a soft curse, one of the highlights books. Oh, absolutely. The entire thing with the Cursed Child is one of the best parts of the series, and it was one of the things that made him more, like, actually ambiguous as a main character. Because he fucked up regularly. And not in a small way. Aragon would make huge mistakes all the time. But not in a way that made you feel like he was intentionally screwing up. He was clearly trying to do the best. Maybe World actually only had 200 years, but CIA covers zombie outbreak made interdimensional rifts. That's why we had made up lore of this world. They just didn't know nuclear fusion. They lacked critical info. Exactly. Honestly, the best thing you can do is have, like, a system where things are sort of in development stage. First off, it allows you to hide a lot of your inconsistencies behind stuff like that, which can be nice. But the benefit also is it makes the world feel a bit more mysterious. A magic system is, it has hard rules, but there are rules we don't understand, and you can still allow for weird stuff to happen without locking yourself into really, really specific outcomes, which can be very versatile in the story. Like, the weird versions of magic, the things in magic that would happen with, like, wordless magic, or the natural forms of magic that could just break the rules, added a bit of, like, uncertainty and flavor to the world of Aragon that a lot of hard magic systems tend to lack. Not to say hard magic systems aren't good. Really good hard magic systems can be fucking amazing. Did you wish to die? How can they even happen to a skeleton?
Don't go there. I've heard of living skeletons like me that fell apart because of an excess of existential thought. Lee,
You don't even have flesh on those
just
bones.
stop it.
But no.
Nothing
The
good
young girl
can
he
come of
curses, I
this.
forget her name off the top of my head. And it's specifically messed up because her curse ends up being, like, super useful to the army. Like, Nazuata loves the curse because it lets her have an assassin detector, essentially. The only saving grace was that he said it with genuine good intentions, because, man, that could have gone so much worse. Oh, yeah, imagine if the child had actively hated him. Like, she hated Aragon, but she knew he didn't do it for, like, malice, and she respected Saphira. Imagine a version of her where he said it flippantly, because he just wanted this woman to leave, and Saphira didn't, like, give her, like, the silver brow. And she had, like, no reason to trust or care for anyone. Holy shit. She would have been the most dangerous person. Quite frankly, if she could have gotten near Galbatorix, she probably could have killed him. And the insanity of that is so crazy. But it also, like, gave them actual moral dilemmas, because they have a child who's so dangerous because of the way that she can interact with other people and just instantly know their weaknesses. She instantly knows the best way to deliver pain to someone so she can shield them from it. If she were brought within proximity to Galbatorix, she could kill him probably with a spoken word. Like, not even magic. She could probably, like, cause him to become a blubbering mess on the floor in a few sentences. But it would also mean subjecting her to, like, the siege and fight to get there, which would render her near catatonic and probably destroy her mind. Because she can feel every ounce of pain around her. No, I also like how the solution, quote unquote, was not curing her. It was when they quote unquote cured her, all they did was make her unable to feel the pain, she basically doesn't have to care about it anymore. Like, she can block it out now. She's still just as dangerous, but she can block it out. Which is kind of... Honestly, I feel like if we ever did a sequel, she would be the villain. That's why Galbatorix instantly sealed her mouth. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, because she was, like, an actual threat to him. This man did not deal with threats well, at all. To be honest, I've always kind of wanted to do, like... I did like a really, really bad, poorly written fanfiction of this one time, but I always wanted to do kind of like the story of Galbatorix's fall to madness. Because he's justified himself so hard. And it turns out he was just a pawn for someone else's game. Okay, we're gonna get out of here now. I don't really see anything else. Maybe we turn these levers, and that'll get us in. What are these things supposed to do? I hit the button, and it doesn't seem to do much.
I must find a cure. This
Poison is killing me. Okay, so that just caused poison. Maybe there's a lever in here. Oh, there's another lever in here. I see it. Okay, there it goes. Imagine she would be the mother-all therapist. Yeah, but she would have to want to help others. The only reason she ever wanted to help others was to make the pain stop.
One to add to the collection.
And she's finally made the pain stop. I don't think she's gonna really care that much at this point. Which, fair, she literally had to grow up in the course of like a few months from a baby using magic because she literally couldn't deal with all the pain. And again, it wasn't like I feel every time someone gets cut or... No. She literally experienced the mental and physical pain of every stubbed toe, every, jarred shoulder, every misplaced nail, every cutting word or sad breakup. She could literally feel everyone's emotional and physical turmoil within, like, hundreds of meters. That's terrifying. The sheer amount of, like, just average pain. To be fair, everyone around her ostracized her, too. Oh, yeah, everyone was fucking terrified of her. The only people who weren't, like, really scared of her were, what, Angela and her caretaker to an extent? And even Nazuata, like, Nazuata appreciated what she did and eventually learned to, like, fully respect and trust her. But there was a period where she was like, not so much. Oh my god, just so many freaking range bolts. Okay, they're gonna come out of this, aren't they?
Not yet.
Oh my god, frickin'. There's so many of these guys. Is there a summoner circle back there or something?
Go forth, my minion.
Damn it. Angela the goat. To be fair, Angela was like apparently Christopher Paolini's like self-insert for his sister. She was apparently very much based on his sister's like quirky personality or something. So, also, we all agree that Angela is totally a gray folk, right? Like, it's not just me. Like, we all agree that she's definitely a gray folk, right? You know, the species that came before elves and created the ancient language. I think we all kind of figured that she is one. She's hinted at being immortal. She's never really confirmed that she's technically human. And I feel like she's definitely a gray folk. Like, 100%. I've heard some arguments against it, like the fact that she's apparently maybe like she's been claimed to be sort of young, but that doesn't necessarily discount it. She could still be a descendant of the Grey Folk. She's definitely not human. They always left you guessing. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've already had confirmation, thanks to that werecat in the Elves Palace, that Angela had been there at some point before Galvatorix took power. Even if it was right before, that would make her over 100 years old. There's no way she's human. Flat out. There's no way she's human in the Aragon universe. Even if she's really good at potions and shit, there's no way she's human with that kind of age. There's just no way. Alright, and...
I can't.
Come on.
I can't.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Come on, come on. Come on. Move it, move it. They always let you guessing, yeah. I think that's part of the reason, like, the Allegagia still seems to have all this potential, because there were so many, unlike a lot of writers, Christopher Paolini left so many questions. I know authors who would, like, mine that world to death. He created an actually pretty impressive fantasy world that a lot of people say is pretty derivative. And while it is derivative, it has enough unique stuff going on that I think it deserves the props it's gotten over the years.
I bet that hurt.
And he left so many questions, like the Great Folk of the Mystery of Magic, that never gets understood. We learned the ancient language did have a name, which confirms some theories. We learned there's some sort of and the Murtaugh book gave us like just so many more questions too, with like the weird eldritch thing under the surface of the planet that's like full on Lovecraftian horror style now. And in the end, we didn't really get a lot of details when you really boil it down. It was about dealing with Galvatorix, and we did that. The continents across the sea, we have nothing idea about them. We have no idea where the Razak came from, or where humans came from, or what the Urgil's full deal is, or really any of the questions. Hell, we never figured out what that weird god thing that descended from there and the dwarves claim is one of their, like, king of the gods. That was a really cool thing for me, too. Like, the dwarves believe in, like, this, like, you know, big pantheon of gods, and the elves are like, we can literally feel the microorganisms in that coral. It's not living rock. But then Aragon goes to the coronation, it's like, what the frick was that? Well, that was our king god. It's like, yeah, but what was it? And you know, Galador and Saphira are like, maybe it's like a shade or something? We have no clue. The world of Harry Potter, the writing is perfect, but it grabs your imagination of what ifs. Yeah, but like the thing I actually dislike the world of Harry Potter from like anything other than the world. See, that's the thing though. Harry Potter was a world that was built specifically to craft of one narrative. It doesn't have a lot of like potential for doing more stuff in it. I've heard people say, "Oh, what if you do a Quidditch book?" And it's like Quidditch is like an inherently broken and unfun game. One player decides like 90% of it. And while this world is very well done for like the story that it's made for, it is perfectly crafted to tell that story, and it doesn't really do a good job of setting up a world where you can do a lot more possibilities. Sorry for tuning in late. I've been into Togashi stuff lately. Hey DJ, it's been a while. So we're playing a game where we're like a dragon slayer who turns into a dragon. Alright, so I did get the, this stone. So I found a strange stone. It should be what Roman was looking for. So I think I can take this back to that chapel. And that should give us more information on where this wizard we're supposed to find is, because the main plot told me, hey, the wizard is probably where you should go. So let's try and go do that. So let's do the chapel shrine, I guess? Yeah, over here. But the thing about Harry Potter is, the world building was basically just to build a world. You described this well, actually. Yo, DJ. It's not bad. They're two different styles. Christopher Paolini built a world and this set a story in it. Harry Potter took a set of story and built a world that was shaped to fit the story. There are so many other stories with better writing than J.K. Rowling. They lack the captivating feeling of the Wizarding World. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a badly done world. It's just, it was made for a purpose. It doesn't have much use beyond that. It's incredibly captivating for what it is. It draws you in quickly with a wonderfully fantastic hidden world right into the surface with a lot of weird terminology to make it all seem very fantastical. I like that things have, like, a very different language and that a lot of the wizards don't even know what, you know, electricity is or whatever, because it makes it feel like they're a very insular community. It's decent world building for what it is. It's just that what it is was not built to withstand a massive franchise.
The exploring of the tower fares well.
Watch Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho, you pleb. I have watched Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is an amazing world building. Also, their magic system is like top tier. Frickin' hell yes. Talking about good magic systems, holy shit, Hunter x Hunter definitely goes up there. 100%. What are some other, like, really good magic? I mean, Avatar: Last Airbender is also just really good world building, really good everything. I even like Korra. I'm serious. I like Korra. I found this intriguing stone.
You didn't
Gaze into it, did you? I thought best not to.
Wise choice. A wise choice indeed.
Who knows what evil might have befallen you?
I'll take the stone from you now.
Cool. Cool. Wonder how long it'll be before the streams start. I also like how you get to choose your loot, even if I'm basically always choosing more experience so I can level up. I feel like choosing the experience now is also probably a good idea. Also, let's kick some ducks. That is a like thumping sound effect. Like they really nailed that sound effect. Yu Yu Hakusho was created before. Also the X is silent. Sorry, Hunter Hunter. Sorry, I'm used to saying Hunter x Hunter, so even though I know it is Hunter Hunter.
Can I interest you in some fine American wine?
I just, you know.
Go ahead, browse my stock.
Alright. Ah, he has more selection. Let's see here. What else do we have? Nothing, like, unique or interesting, it doesn't look like. Just a bunch of overleveled stuff. Formula for enchantments. Potion formula for a minor healing. That's useful. Let's buy that. And buy that. No, seriously, watch Yu. I have heard I need to, okay?
I hail from
I need to, but I have like 1,000 other things I need to watch. Do you know how many things are on my to-watch list? I have heard nothing but good things about Yu Yu Hakusho, and every time I hear about it, I'm like, you know, I really need to watch that one day. Yu Yu Hakusho has a message and stuff, Spirit Gun. Yeah. Also, I hear they also have a fox spirit named Kurama. So, Naruto, you want to tell me what this is over here, bud? I mean, it's a completely different character. I get that, but like, that is the main thing I know it for. Oh, it's a secret passage. Have I been down here? Oh yeah, I went down here. This was for that prison breakout thing I did on the episode. I'm never calling it Spy Family instead of Spy X Family. Spy X Family is also good. Spy X Family is fun. I feel like Spy Family reminds me too much of Spy Kids, whereas Spy X Family really drives it home with its own thing. Makes the name feel different. I've watched season 1. I need to watch season 2 of Spy X Family. Is season 2 out? Season 2 should be out, right? Need to watch it. What else? What other, like, anime have I, like, need to catch up on? Actually, if you ever want Naruto as a wannabe Flame of Rekka, wannabe Yu Yu Hakusho, and a wannabe Hunter x Hunter. Hunter. Sorry, Hunter x Hunter. Like, seriously, no one cares about silent X's. Aw, I'm glad you guys all think so, too. Makes me feel good to know my opinion is validated. My opinion is validated by your approval. Alright. Let's go back here. And let's go to the... well, not the lakefront, actually. Probably go to the other. Naruto's inferior, don't inferior. Oh, no, absolutely. Naruto is a... Look, Naruto is a... oh, God, what's the right word to use here? I'm trying to think of a word that doesn't make me feel like I don't like it. Because I do think Naruto is good for what it is. It's just, it's not a very well-planned show. Gosh, that is a layered insult, I feel like. But it kind of is. Okay, so wait. Alright, wait. I keep going in circles here. So the one I want is the Tribal Shrine. That's the one I want. Okay, Tribal Shrine is the one I wanted, yeah. I still had to finish Soul Eater with Knot and Fire Force. Oh my god, Soul Eater with Knot and Fire Force are all great. Fire Force, gods, it's getting good. It's getting good. I hear the manga's actually already done, so we shouldn't have to wait for too many delays. It should basically be like new seasons come out kind of thing. Fire Force has been like really fun to watch though. I really enjoy it. I've also been enjoying Blue Exorcist, but I understand if people don't like it. It's not like a perfect masterpiece, but I just love the characters. So that's one of the reasons I like that one. And Kurama and Yu Yu Hakusho debuted in '91. I know, that's why I said Naruto had some things to answer. I said Naruto was the one who was plagiarizing, not Yu Yu Hakusho. It is a shonen. And seriously, if they want to be called Hunter x Hunter, then why even bother with the X? That is actually a good question. Alright, let's try and go to that bandit area now. I think I can do this. I'm level 9 now, and I'm about to level up to level 10. We'll go ahead and summon my undead minion. And then we're going to go charge those bandits. No, Naruto came later. Put Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter first. No, that's what I was saying. I'm saying Naruto was the copy, and they were the originals. I'm agreeing that they came first. Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter were the originals. Naruto was the copycat. I fully agree with that. With the name, at least. I mean, it was more like he saw, like, hey, what's a good fox spirit name? Oh, Kurama. Okay, cool. We're gonna grab that real quick. Naruto was a fun show that had a decent premise. It just got way too bogged down in stuff that I just personally didn't give a shit about. Like, for me, the Pain arc is kind of like the height of the whole series, because Pain and Naruto had actual legitimate, like, conflict, both philosophical and physical. They had different worldviews that they were fighting over as students of the same teacher. And quite frankly, Pain feels like the antithesis of Naruto's beliefs and a lot of that. And they just kept going. I get they wanted to do the Obito thing, and it's fine, whatever. But it just, the whole thing became Uchiha this, Uchiha that, Uchiha, and it drove me fucking insane. I'm not joking about that either. It actually did drive me a little bit mad by the end. I think I noped out midway through the war and got like the Cliff's Notes version of what happened. You know, caught like the basic 2 scenes. Well, watch Yu Yu Hakusho, far superior than Naruto, though not perfect by any means, very enjoyable. Shinobu Sensui is better than Pain. Okay.
Oh, that lot of those. Take your time.
I also just like didn't care for the way it like fell backwards into just the most like pointless bullshit at times. Also, Naruto has some of the worst filler arc nonsense in all of games, in all of anime ever. Like, it's bad. The filler arcs in Naruto drove me to literal madness. Alright. Grab a healing potion, and let's sell some shit. Yes, we'll sell that. We'll sell that. This is like a worse version of this, sort of-ish. So, I guess we sell that too. Light Rogue Helmet. Call off One Piece calls. One Piece does not have filler. It has very, very little filler. Like, tiny amounts of filler. One Piece has a pacing problem. One Piece has a problem of the recap is going to take up half of every episode start. It wants the title of filler. It wants its title of filler. Well, that's the thing though. Meanwhile, Duel Monsters with almost half the series being filler. Yeah, but Duel Monsters got away with it because everything was just another tournament arc. And it was like, Duel Monsters at least had interesting filler, I feel like. Like, the tournaments and different characters they met were at least fun. And I've never really cared as much about the main plot of Duel Monsters as I did about the other shows. Like, I was actually following the main plot in the other shows. You know? Those recaps are insane about One Piece. Oh, yeah, actually, oh, that reminds me. Okay, so I actually found a way to fix this. So a bunch of people got together. They re-edited One Piece to remove all that bullshit. And it, like, cut the show in nearly in half. I think they removed, like, almost a half of the content from the show and it was better watching experience because they cut out all the recapping at the beginning of episodes and all like the basically anytime something was repeated, like when a character in one episode did this thing and the other episode would have this huge recap and then the character would do the thing again, they actually cut that out. It's called One Pace because it, you know, fixed the pacing. It is really
again,
good.
Dragon
I cannot
Slayer.
recommend
Now,
it enough.
About that
I've
house
been
of yours.
watching like some of the initial stuff for like the East Blue. The East Blue, for example, is like I think about 110 episodes long or something like that. They cut it down to like 2/3 of its runtime. It's great. It's seriously terrible and the filler is so bad. The community between the manga and the animes, but 100%. Actually, do you know how you know it's bad?
Not yet.
You know it's bad because they're
There
making an
have been
entire
some
new series to fix the
complications.
pacing. They're making the One Piece, which is going to be the
turns
one,
out
which is going to
that
be the
will
original One
continue.
Piece, but with better pacing. That's how bad the pacing in One Piece is. It is so bad that the anime studio themselves are fixing the pacing. That takes next level terribleness. I do not deny that the pacing of One Piece is bad. It is the singular flaw in the entire show for me. And it's also why I don't recommend it to people a lot. Because how do I say this show is amazing? It's one of the best things ever. And then also say, hey, by the way, you're gonna have to do all of this. You're gonna have to slog through like 1,000 episodes. At least 1/3 of which is repetitive content that you've seen before in another episode. Usually the one right before that.
To see you again.
Intrigued to hear about it. When you said Naruto, I rolled my eyes, Lamau. Yeah.
Take your time.
I mean, at least Naruto didn't do pointless recaps all the time. Like, for all the shade I will throw at it for all the filler arcs, at least it generally, like, moved on already. You know, it got when the next episode happened, it didn't like give you a pointless recap of the previous episode. The old art style of One Piece, the general art is boo-boo. Oh, dude, have you not seen the new animation? Have you not seen Egghead Island? Dude. Oh, you mean like from the manga? Oh, you mean from the manga? Okay. Because, dude, seriously, the new animation in Egghead, holy shit, those fight scenes. Those fight scenes are so good. Like, I actually don't have the words. It is like perfection.
Go for... I have been poisoned.
What do you not like about the art style? I think one thing over Naruto trash immediately. Dude, don't say that. You will piss some people off with that opinion. One Piece has one of the best worlds and characters and settings. It's like so good. And the fights and power system actually are interesting and fun. It also did its world building right too. It didn't just pop up new powers out of nowhere. It actually has reasonings behind it all and foreshadowing and shit. I think the animation is better now. Oh, the animation is 100% better. I mean, don't get me wrong, One Piece has always had moments of good animation, but it definitely suffered from weekly shonen show syndrome, where a lot of it is people sitting around talking until you get to the action bit, and the action bit has a lot of like talking in it too. They don't want to animate as much. But when it decided to go hard, it went hard. Oh boy, especially after the time skip, things got crazy. The problem with exaggerated designs like me. Oh yeah, if you don't like exaggerated designs, I'm sorry, One Piece isn't the show for you. If exaggerated designs are enough for you to just hate a show on principle, this may not be the world for you. One Piece is an amazing world, but goddamn, you cannot. I will never say that One Piece has like realistically proportioned human beings. That is by design. That is not a bug. That is an intentional feature of the world. Mana Leech. On melee enemy hit, is an 80% chance of draining out. Okay, so we're just gonna like get this as an ability. Sweet. Nami's pre-time skip design was great in my opinion. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, a lot of the designs pre-time skip were. Well, and here's the thing about One Piece. One of the things I really like is after the East Blue, after like the gang's all together, they kind of like constantly are changing their appearances based on wherever they go. If we're in the desert area, or are we gonna dress for the freaking desert?
I don't feel too good.
And they actually did have the characters change depending on where they were. They didn't just like use the same outfit everywhere. Like seriously, if you look at the way the characters are designed in every arc, they have a slightly different
Must
appearance.
find a cure.
And this was for the reason that they would get new clothes and outfits as it was appropriate. 5th gear animation is great. I give modern One Piece that. Oh yeah, 5th gear is awesome. Also, I love the fact that Luffy, whose whole character is I'm the constantly smiling, you know, nice guy pirate essentially. I have cartoon physics as a power. He got Toon Force as his gimmick. One of the things I really do enjoy too is the subtle foreshadowing of the fact that 5th gear was actually a Zoan god transformation rather than a Paramecia I have a generic superpower ability. Because if you look closely at a lot of his former transformations, you can actually see him sort of doing a Zoan transformation thing. I mean, it didn't really, if it was just a Paramecia fruit until Gear 5 happened, it actually wouldn't have made a ton of sense. Plus, Molly's design is an infinite meme in the One Piece fandom. Her ever-expanding boob size. Oh, gods. Different outfits. Oh, yeah, Hunter x Hunter also has a bunch of drip. Although the main two characters tend to have pretty standard outfits. Especially after the time skip, though, the other characters do not. Well, aside from Brook and Chopper have pretty... Well, no, Chopper has actually been expanding outward, so I guess Brook mostly. He's got his suit. I mean, Egghead got like the cyberpunk, you know, future outfits with the rocket boots and everything.
I don't feel too good.
Oof. Stop ignoring Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho has hella outfits. I haven't seen Yu Yu Hakusho, so I can't comment on the outfits. If you say so, though. You should watch Welcome to the NHK. I mean, One Piece has this cartoon vibe going on, like Asterix and Obelix. I mean, character designs, more convention. I mean, yeah, the main character's main power is that he's essentially a cartoon character. That's literally baked into the premise of the show, essentially. Combine that with, like, the character designs, which basically just do not care about normal human body shapes, like, at all. Doesn't even matter if you've eaten a devil fruit or not. You can just be a weird guy who has, like, a square nose for no reason. I seriously love that one of the CP0 guys has the square frickin' nose. It's literally just the Usopp nose, but square for no reason. It's hilarious.
I've got an arrow sharp as a demon's tooth aimed at your neck, buddy. You better be in a mood to tell me what you...
Let's go ahead and mind read this guy. I've gained new insights.
No one enters without giving the password.
I already got the password. It's called
Damn,
Beetroot.
you know it. I love shooting people through the neck.
Okay, I said the dialogue was pretty good earlier. That was a really weird line read. Maybe just the main story has decent dialogue. Hunter x Hunter used to joke at the end of One Piece, now his boobs would eclipse the planet. I don't remember that. Then again, I got into One Piece later. I watched a bit of it on Adult Swim when I was younger, and then, like... Okay, so we're in this bandit camp now.
We've never seen you here before. Are you a romantic?
Well, it's not exactly the setting I expected a romance question.
I apologize.
The thing is, we want to leave this camp.
Okay, so you want to quit being bandits and just, like, leave? Or is it not that simple?
It was all fun and games in the beginning, but now me Sybil's pregnant and we don't want our child to grow up in this environment.
And you're just going to talk to the first random new guy who walks into the camp. Okay, cool, cool. That wooden hinge thing on the door, you may use it as a means of an exit.
Thanks for pointing that out, but leaving is not as easy as that.
Okay, why not?
Ragnar is suspicious of us. Thinks we'll betray the location of this camp.
Ah,
so he
I
ordered
see.
Christopher the porter not to let us pass.
Very interesting.
But we must. The things they do here. The new order may think we are mere
bandits, but in
in
reality we serve a vile
serve
necromancer.
A vile
Dude, you're saying this in
necromancer.
full view of all the loyal followers.
We saw him working once. The scream. We don't know. That's the problem.
Christopher never leaves his post. It's ridiculous. But if you can persuade him,
We'll give you our
we'll give you
weapons.
our weapons.
Okay, cool,
We won't
cool.
need them anymore once Lee's find a way
Watch
for
better
us to
stuff,
leave,
bro.
yes?
Naruto's crap. One
We
Piece.
just want a quiet
Dude,
life.
One Piece is not crap. At all. Flat out. I'm sorry. I can't agree with that in any way, shape, or form. I respect opinions, but there will come a time where opinions be wrong.
I'll let you in, so what more do you want?
How much would it take for you to do a
I don't
blind
know.
eye? One
It
Piece
would
is one
cost
of the
you your
better
tongue,
anime on the
should
planet.
I'm bored and sober, but I won't drink one sip of the stale ale they serve me. Oh, I'd kill for a bottle of Rimmer's rum.
Oh,
What?
maybe-
No.
Oh.
What? Good.
I thought I could give him some ale, but maybe I had to do it before I asked him questions. Damn it. People think are a bit unbalanced. I still kind of like One Piece myself. I mean, One Piece is kind of like the GOAT at the moment. It is like the king of anime, ruling from on high. It's about to end too. Like, that feels like an end of an era. Then actually, it feels like the end of like 4 eras because One Piece has been around for a very long time. Literacy is DJ's mission. DJ, everyone has their own preferences, and it was the way you worded it. Are you even reading my message fully? I get that you said it's in comparison. I just, like, I have a hard time imagining a better anime than One Piece if you fix the pacing issues. And even with the pacing issues, it's still an amazing show. Though, to be fair, I haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho itself, so it's hard for me to say in comparison. I have no way to argue that it's better in comparison. I can only argue based on what my information I have is.
Must be mine.
Again, I get that you said in comparison. I'm just like, I have a hard time believing Yu Yu Hakusho is better because series can get me to do that on a regular basis. Naruto is still shit, that's a fact. Good moments still, but the quality is shit. Oh yeah, general average quality on Naruto is actual garbage. 100%.
Lord Lycan, powerful wizard.
Wait, there's a Dragonite here.
I know not this Talana you speak of.
Rest
but rest
assured,
assured, Lord
Lycan
Lycan
is
is
a
the
Dragonite.
Dragon Knight.
Okay.
Oh, and address me like that again. Now, tell me why you're here. Anyone here may
Okay.
freely enter.
Cool, cool.
But know that to enter is
Dead.
to participate in the
Everyone has their own best anime of all time. All others should bow before it. I mean, that's not even my favorite. It's just like the one I think is the all-around, has the most going for it. And even then, there are contenders. Fuck preference for once. Naruto is generally shit. It's all sub. Oh yeah, 100%. Like my favorite anime, if you're talking about like general favorite thing to watch, would be either what? Frieren or maybe Blue Exorcist. I don't even think those are the best animes though. I just think they're some of my personal favorites.
Once more, one of my bandits
Full Metal Alchemist might be like one thing I'd say is like an objectively good anime, but even then, if you don't like fantasy, or if you're not into like action adventure, man has not even seen Oshinoko. I've seen the first episode of Oshinoko. It also depends on what you're talking about, because saying anime, like the best anime of all time, it's like saying the best piece of drawn artwork. You know, it's like there are different styles and genres. Not saying Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, and JoJo are objectively best either. JoJo is probably up there, though. If you're talking about manga, it might actually be the best manga, because I actually can't think of any other manga that have had their art displayed in a museum. Do you mean the movie? There was a movie before it. I watched, like, episode 1 of the, like, thing the season you gave me to, like, rip and put on the Plex server, essentially. That's what I'd watch. You're giving me mixed signals here, is it? Y'all watching popular anime like that? Lol. Yeah, so become following this camp. Don't worry, I'll run it well. Let me read his... Oh, that's a lot of experience points. Sure.
The arrogant. Enjoy this temple.
Death's Antechamber. Okay, weird. Well, we've got undead.
I have been poisoned.
Oh, wow.
I have been poisoned.
You have not watched the first episode then. Okay, what did I watch then?
I have been poisoned.
Okay, so walking to the temple is just how you die. Unless I'm supposed to, like, do something to stop the poisoning. Interesting. It's going to increase my health a little bit more. How should I know? To be fair, I've watched K-pop Demon Hunters. I should probably watch Oshinoko. Like, at that point, I can't even say I'm not even watching, like, because it's idol stuff. I mean, I watched that. Feels only fair. Video games. Pick the best game of all time. No fun, because you know it's going to be Spyro the Dragon. Oh, that's going to be Bloodborne for me. DJ, One Piece is popular mainstream? How should I know? Okay, let me actually pull it up real quick. 1 second. I'm pulling up the Plex server to see what the freaking Oshinoko thing was. Do. Ah, they're boars. They're boars. So the episode I watched was Mothers and Their Children. This is I's story. It's a lie, but also a truth. Episode 1 of Season 1. Shut up, Dawnseeker. No spoilers. Oshinoko has a terrible ending. Dawnseeker fair, but I just mostly hate popular stuff. No spoilers. Yeah, seriously, no spoilers. He does actually want me to watch it at one point, and I actually do want to eventually watch it.
Mine.
Bull!
Move along, okay? That is, if you want to keep your eyes.
about it. This loot
Get
is
lost.
ours.
Not
I'm
now.
collecting my share of the
Sword
loot.
must be mine.
These look pretty. I think I'll steal one of these. This is glowing, so it must be
Back off.
enchanted.
That sword is mine.
Bull! I carried it back here.
Eh,
So
I'm not going to get into a war with this entire camp right this second.
My rescuer returns. How are you?
I like and prefer the earlier EPs of One Piece. I believe fans generally disagree with me. I'm on the opposite end. I think the East Blue is solid. The early episodes of One Piece are pretty solid. They also didn't have as much recap, I found. Because there wasn't as much, like, complicated plot stuff going on. There weren't, like, 15 different perspectives we were following. Just fine, Madison, you? You know, like, I could be wrong. Didn't the creator of Oshinoko also make Kaguya-sama, or was that someone else? You know what? Oof.
Eye on the target. I have not seen you here before.
To whom is the
Lord
temple
Lycan,
dedicated?
Powerful wizard, and
Let's mind read her.
to survive the temple, all are equal in death. And in its black eternity. I know not. Oh, now,
Okay.
tell me why you're here. Anyone, Lord Lycan, the anyone. So do go.
Alright, I'm gonna quick save here. I think it might be about time to go in for the night, though, because it is 9:30. We did find a tower that may have a new Dragon Lord, or may just be a Necromancer. But, like, hey, that's interesting enough.
All for Lord Lycan.
All for Lord Lycan. Wrong, but didn't the first season of Oshinoko. Stick to the first season. Okay. Stick to the first season. You know, I think I will probably have a bit of downtime. Might as well just, like, try and, like, knock it out and watch it. Especially if it's, like, one season. It's not like there... I might not be able to get into Yu Yu Hakusho, but I could probably do Oshinoko sometime this week. Get better taste, lol. I mean, there are plenty of anime that are popular that are bad. I think Bleach is terrible. I think Bleach is, like, objectively the worst of the big three from back in the day. Just hands down. I know some people like it, and subjective opinion and all that, but I think on, like, in almost, like, measurable, like, levels of quality. Was the episode 81 minutes long? The episode length was... Yes, it was 83 minutes long, yeah. Oh, the first episode is just a movie. Because that's called a movie. Okay. Well, it's episode 1, season 1. Bleach is goofy. I barely take it seriously. Bleach is boring for me. Like, the thing with me and Bleach is, like, it's just boring. After you see them go Bankai for the first few times, it's like, okay, here he goes again. It's like, alright, whatever. It just stopped being interesting after he got, like, Shikai and then Bankai, and then just, like, the fights just became very repetitive. The first few fights were interesting, where he was trying to find, like, the individual weakness of the Hollow. We can talk about it this weekend, then. Okay, cool. You're gonna hold me to this. To be fair, you've watched plenty of things I like, so I feel like I should do this. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for tonight. We will probably continue with on this as like our off game on Tuesdays for a bit until I get tired of it. But yeah, honestly, I think Divinity 2 is kind of fun. It's nice looking back into the old 2000s games and seeing what's going on with them. Bleach is kind of inferior to Yu Yu Hakusho. Bleach is inferior to a lot of things. I've heard really good stuff about the Blood War. I really have heard good things, like nothing but good shit about the 1,000-Year Blood War. But I'm just so tired of Bleach. I got through so much of it, and it was so much bad filler. Anyway, see you guys. See ya, everyone. Bye.